Mass, the Mayor and Councillor Ruth Bennett. Any other apologies? No. Okay. Any interest to declare? No. Okay, so item 2, minutes of the Cabinet meeting held on the 10th of September. Can I move that we approve the minutes of our last meeting as held on the 10th of September? Is that agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you. Mayoral Reports. Item 3, we have no Mayoral Reports today to consider, so we'll move on to our next item of business. Okay, item 4. This report seeks to approve and procure award to the new contract for the business travel managed service, which covers business travel undertaken by the Council. Through the life of the contract, we will work to reduce carbon emissions from travel. Anybody else want to make any comments on this one? No? Okay. Are the recommendations set out in the report agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. Thank you. 4B, desktop device refresh. This is another one of mine. This recommendation seeks to approval to procure new agile devices such as laptops and tablets, as well as supporting equipment to replace outdated equipment which is no longer supported. This would also see older, less efficient monitors replaced with new devices. Obviously, this is really, really important at this time for our staff. This is a welcome proposal which will ensure our ICT systems and our equipment are fit for purpose as our organisation works more flexibly for the future, so obviously with a lot more home working there. We will also seek to procure this equipment in a responsible, ethical manner, ensuring social value, and with regard to advice from organisations such as Electronics Watch, who really know their information on this. Are the recommendations set out in the report agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed. Okay, we're now on to 4C, which is HIV Prevention and Support Services Recommission. This recommendation seeks approval to develop and introduce a new HIV prevention and support service, building on the excellent work of the current provider whose contract is coming to an end. Councillor Lake, would you like to say a few words?
Thanks, Deputy Mayor. This is a welcome proposal which is going to help support the individuals in question to live healthy lives whilst maintaining dignity and life chances, as well as working to limit stigma and raise awareness. Combine that with our commitment to the Paris Declaration and the Fast Track Cities agenda, we're already placing ourselves at the heart of progression in HIV prevention, diagnosis and support, contributing to our ongoing work to connect and link in with our partners across the UK and beyond, contributing to our status as the most exciting city in the UK. So I'm really pleased to bring this to Cabinet today.
Thank you, Councillor Lake. Any other Cabinet members wishing to speak? Councillor Harry Doyle.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and thank you to Councillor Lee for bringing the report forward and to the team for putting the report together. This is a hugely important service, not just for the city, but obviously the country and worldwide. Still today there is a stigma around people diagnosed with HIV and AIDS, and we've got a lot of work to do going forward, but it has certainly got a lot better over the years, and thanks to lots of stakeholders and campaigners and charities like the Terence Higgins Trust, and we've got the amazing Armistead Centre in the city who do fantastic work around sexual health in particular. But it's welcome report. We've got a lot of work to do, of course, but we've got some really fantastic progress over the years with the likes of PrEP and PEP. Which are available to people who are in those high risk groups. So really welcome, and hopefully at some point we can say we can eradicate any further transmissions. Thank you.
Thank you. The grant will be up to 1.119 million. Councillor Lake, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So any additional funding is of course welcome. However, this is particularly timely given the social implications of self-isolating, particularly for people on low incomes who can't work from home or people who've got caring responsibilities. This grant will assist us to support people disproportionately impacted by any requirement to self-isolate. Thank you.
Any other comments from the Cabinet members? No? Okay. Are the recommendations as set out in the report agreed?
Agreed.
We have no reports for items 5 and 6, so we will now turn to updates on the Council's budget and finance. We have one monitoring report to consider. and the report sets out the current revenue position and forecast as at month 4 of the financial year. Mellis, Director, would you like to comment?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Whilst this month has seen a reduction in the forecast outturn down to 8.7 million, the financial position for the council still remains challenging as we're seeing prices increase and demand, particularly around children's social care, continue. The report also requests this time a £150,000 drawdown of reserves to help us purchase some support in drawing up the council plan, which was discussed at full council on Wednesday.
Thank you. Any other comments from Cabinet members? Okay, are the recommendations set out in the report agreed?
Agreed.
Lovely. We have no reports for agenda item 8, so we will now turn to any announcements. And I am standing in for the Mayor, and there are no announcements from the Mayor at the moment. Okay, can we just finish by saying, where's Martin? So this may be Martin Farron's last meeting attending Cabinet. So I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Martin for all his work over the last 3 years. Seems like a lot longer, Martin, to be honest with you. I'm sure it does to you as well. But as Director of Adult Social Care, you've been superb, so thanks so much for that. And hopefully we might see you at the next Cabinet meeting, but if we don't, a huge thank you for all that you've done. Thanks very much. Councillor Lake.
Thanks, Deputy Mayor. Just to echo the comments that you've made in regards to Martin, obviously as a new Cabinet member for me, Martin's been an excellent source of support and actually really useful advice always provided, and actually very honest as well, and just helped guide me in the right direction, especially whilst I've been starting out and needed extra advice or support on certain matters. Martin's always been a constant source of support, so it'll be a sore loss to the City Council.
Thanks, Councillor Lake. Lovely, I think that concludes the Cabinet meeting. Thanks, Mike.